It's the Cable MTG Gathering Show.
Opponent had aggressive starts every game. That's not true. Game 1, they played a 1-drop, and then the rest of their hand was reactive with Parallax Wave and Fury. So they actually did nothing on like turns 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, I thought about fast bonding. Yeah, game 3, the fast started, then also having an answer to the oath. And our hand was kind of all in on the oath. The way I was raised, you don't break the oath. That's just me, though. I don't know what to do with this pack 2, pick 1. I'll take that Guy's Cradle. Step 1, pass fast spawn. Step 2, grab a Guy's Cradle. Ooh. So Grizzlebrand is not a crazy direction here if you want to play the Reanimate. And then we're just like in back-to-back bug decks. I think we got the Mystic. Well, they don't want a Chrome Mox. I want a Chrome Mox. You think the background in Reanimate's kind of odd? You think so? I think the idea is that, yeah, it's a wall. It's chained up against... Like, if you might go into a dungeon and see someone chained to a wall, maybe the background of the... Maybe the wall's not, like, the most interesting thing in the room. One of the things about a lot of Magic cards, especially old cards... is a lot of times they're cropping them to get something real specific. Make them fit the card frame. Is there an overrun effect in current cube? Yeah, there's Laurel cube. Laurel Charmer is right here. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. Yeah, high contrast is really good, I agree. I don't really want this Emeritus card at all. Unless I get a Time Walk later. We'll see. Yeah, I had one game where my opponent had an Emeritus and I was really overvaluing it. And then chat reminded me that there needs to be like 8 lands in play for it to ready another regrowth. And I was like, oh, right. And just like makes it so much worse. Infinite with Black Lotus and Displacer Kitten. If you've got a fucking Displacer Kitten and a Black Lotus, anyway, there's a lot of ways to cut that mustard, right? You just like it in the turns archetype. Emeritus, yeah, that's the only way I'm like really looking to play it here. Off-color Mox, unlucky. Blue Delta's tempting. Ignoble Hierarch's tempting. I believe I said unlucky, Shorv. So, yeah. I think you misheard me, Shorv. You see, I said unlucky. Yeah. Blooming Marsh, maybe. Real mopey pack. I guess I'm Green Sunnin'. Suppose. 2 to that Grist up. 1 natural order target. Oh, natural order doesn't target. You can get any green creature from your deck. Now, the double blue's rough, but I guess I want a Jace. Too many tap lands already for the tar pit, I think. Hello. It is my Triumph, I guess. The Deceit works well with Caviro. The Mind Bitten. I'm gonna grab this bat. Curve kind of needs it. Hello. Don't have any real Nadu combos either. Just Oko one of my creatures every turn. On-color MOX. Unlucky. Hopefully that cub comes back. So I like Urza's Saga with the double MOX in here. Is this going to be like activating very early, replacing itself with a MOX, and spitting out 2 creatures uncounterable when you have a Gaia's Cradle is kind of sick. That all said, we do have this Nadu, we do have this Green Sun Zenith. I think you just need to take this cub. Make sure that cub ends up in your stack of cards. It'd be a great Wooded Foothills too. A lot of good shit going on in this pack. Ooh, Subtrop. The Deathclaw is not a bad backup natural order target. I'm just going to grab the Trop. You'd like that MOX? I'd like a MOX too. Hell yeah, Skyfish. Classic. Do you still have it? You split up in the 4th grade? Aww. Little Lightning Greaves for that Nadu business. So the Recurring Nightmare is good with Twilight Diviner and Grist. I think I want that Time Warp, though. I think Time Warp helps this deck make sense. Fnatic of Ronas versus Winter Night Stories here. I guess give me the Fnatic. Almost like the Battlesphere. Wistfulness hasn't been bad. The Mind Twist might be actively good with the double Moxen and the Gaia's Cradle and the triple Moxen. Little top end Green Sun hit. Something worth reanimating. Where'd that Recurring Nightmare go, We have like 2 cuts to make. I don't think we have enough ways of turning on the Fatal Push. So I'll cut it. My 1 piece of targeted removal for the early game. I guess the Diviner can come out. It's only really working with the Reanimate. Do I count Dent as a land? Yeah, that's right. It's been my land stack here. It's like 11 green sources. Kind of the minimum here. Counting Chrome Mox as a green source, of course, with that being the weight here. And then for black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 black sources. That is not enough. And then for blue, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's better. Could be 7 blue, 6 black. Maybe I just gotta cut a forest. Ten, 8, 6. Is 10, 7, 7 better? We have these blue doubles. Kind of makes me want to play an extra blue. This is good. one time he was just on the couch, turning the stream off. That was a very long time ago. That was like 2 moves ago. I had misclicked turning the stream off. I think it was overvoltage that like DM'd me. I was like, "Yo, your stream's still going." So it's intuitive to go get Nadu. If I got the Cub, I could grow the Fnatic. Or, I mean, I could... What was I thinking of doing? Oh, grow the Cub up to a 4-4, and then you can play the Deathclaw the turn after. I think I'm just supposed to get Nadu here. Even though I can't really do anything with it yet. Or maybe I get Grist, huh? Yeah, let's get Grist. Grist isn't a 3-4 flyer. No, but Grist is a creature. Except when in play. Okay. Got a bit of Merciful Fate in there. These are some bright fucking pants. Blinding. Sounds kind of like OTAP hum. The vocals, at least. It's like green boots from Everest. I used those boots as a clue for 20 questions once. It was not guessed. Phoenix Bend. I was worried about them playing out Diviner this turn and then reanimating the Genercent. Just like having 2 ents. They got Blightsteel in there. Blightsteel implies some things. Possibly I should be blowing up a land here. Upgrade my Fnatic, why not? Okie doke. I think they thought I was activating the alpha, but it was pretty similar. I'll get this Key9 Curator we can tutor up against the Reanimator deck. Could be good. Yep. Reckon. Them binning things to reanimate could be good for us with Cavero and Reanimate in here. Yeah, we might just have a good reanimation matchup. A few answers to a big chonker if it resolves too, between the Oko, the Wan Chi Tong, the Deathclaw trigger. Yeah. I slept well last night, but I had almost no sleep the night previous. I think I'll sleep well tonight. And then likely tomorrow night too. Kill's plan for the next several nights. Get some sleep. wonder if I should listen through the new Between the Buried and Me album. We heard one of their tracks randomly earlier. MOX would really make this hand hum. Okay. Don't think we have a breeding pool. Oh, no, we do. We do have a trop. Hey, Zodiac Brave, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 81 months. Gonna respect the 6, especially against an opponent playing cards like Recurring Nightmare. Brum, brum, brum. The Devil's Blood. Oh, let's get that one too. Oh, some blues pills, sure. Finally, this disgusting Mox Pearl can do something. Is this a Fiery Confluence? I'd be surprised if it was Kolaghan's Command, because they could have played that Pop the Oko earlier. That'll let him clear the Oko. I will, of course, be able to get back my Fnatic next turn. Uh-oh. Red Egg Twitch chat? Yeah, Warren added that. This is a tiny loot. Wonder why they didn't attack with it. Opponent doesn't have blue mana to activate this loot. It might ramp them to whatever their ideal reanimation target is, though. Oh, you think they just forgot it had haste? I could see that. And all them witches track, sure. At least we're in a spot where, like, Green Sun Zenith does something. Green Sun Zenith would do a lot of somethings. You know what their username is? Warren? It's Warren Fish. Or aka Warren Fish. He's a cube designer that's also done some work for Cube for Charity before him. Stream regular. Well, that Emeritus would have been a solid draw, actually. Opponent's one card away from being able to play that Hagak. If they'd been a non-Hagak, then they would have gotten to play it here, actually. If they'd wanted to. Sometimes people forget that they can play Hagak from hand. I doubt that was my opponent's issue there, but it is easy to miss. Chrome MOX, okay. Imprinting the Fallen Shinobi that is tutored up. Oh, killing loot doesn't actually prevent them from getting back a Gok, because it removes something from in play and it puts 2 cards in the graveyard. Maybe I'm just supposed to uptick Grist again. No, my Deathclaw! These Grist upticks have been brutal. They get to draw 3. Finally. Just chilling here. Waiting to draw a Green Sun or a Nadu. How do you eat 6 cucumbers? I would assume 1 at a time could dunk. 6 at once would be very impressive. I bet that Goatsy guy could disappear 6 at once. Rip to the goat. Is he not around anymore? The world's certainly a sadder place if he's not around, stretching his asshole. It's comforting. Thinking of him somewhere out there, exploring his body for everybody's enjoyment. Who is this person? I don't know his name, Mike. Just the Goatsy guy. You gotta know the Goatsy guy. With an E, not a Y. You can Google it if you're brave. Or if you're not brave. You prefer the guy who shoves items up his urethra? You talking about Steve? Urethra Steve? No, of course you're not. No one's ever talking about Urethra Steve. I feel like this Keen-Eyed would have been a little bit better earlier in the game. Pretty good Toxic. Whoa. They split the diff? They didn't clear the Jace? That is exciting for me. All right, game 3, let's go. Oh, Chat Pile. I think Chat Pile is also playing Riot Fest. I was looking at their lineup earlier. Yeah, they're there, Chat Pile. One of the more aggressive bands on the lineup. Them and Melt Banana, maybe. Yeah, they got Chat Pile and the Chats. You could have an all chat-based day. Not really, like, stoked by any of the headliners. But I'm usually more excited about bands down here anyway. Maybe if Angine de Poitrine plays on the same day as Tool, then maybe I'll make something work. You feel like the target audience for those headliners, are you basic? No, not necessarily. I mean, you could be. Large festivals do try to, actually get people in. Nice. I was hoping I would find something else to imprint, but instead of this time warp. Because time warping when you have a Jason play is pretty good. Fair enough. Things seem to be going well. We shall see. At first, I was thinking about what to imprint on the Chrome MOX so I could play the Ent and go get a Surveil Lantern one. I was like, wait a minute. This Ent is going under the... it's going under the MOX. And then I play the world's smallest Baragoyf. Less Than Jake was really fun the last time I saw them, which was at a previous Riot Fest. I'm not drafting again after this, no. This was kind of my plan. They answer the Baragoyf, then I have a 4/4 Baragoyf, and then ideally they don't have an answer for this one. Oh, okay. It uses the... It doesn't reset to a 4/4. Keeps the Baragoyf ability. Sure. Yeah, fucking layers, Maybe I can get a grist. Gonna self-mill, grow my thingy. Fair enough. Well, hold on. You worry about them getting more Gadgeteer value if you, like, don't serve. I wish I could just... Well, I guess discarding Reanimate wouldn't do anything, because I already have a Sorcery. The issue is, if this trades, I can't Reanimate Baragoyf. I'll just have a Cavero in my graveyard. And then I can Reanimate and have a 4/4 Gadgeteer, I guess. Not very exciting. Six mana. So if I want Chitong the Ballista, I won't get any 1/1s. But if I hit the Mox Jet, then the Ballista just answers the 1/1s. I guess it's correct to just hit the Ballista, Now we have two 4/4s and they're at 12. It's probably fine. Looks like they agree. Seems like a matchup where Force of Vigor might be good. I'll cut this Curator. I wonder if the Bat's worse than the Curator, because they do have Ballista. I think I like turn 1 Hedge Maze and then turn 2 Chrome Mox, imprint the Elvish Mystic to turn 2 the Grist. Slight change of plans. I've never been to Australia. Never been to Australia, never been to Asia, never been to Africa. Or South America. That's most of it. I feel like somehow well-traveled and under-traveled at the same time. Nope, no Antarctica. No Arctic Circle, nothing. Minnesota. I have been to every state but Alaska. Yeah, I got started a little late today, Emily. So I figured I'd go a little later. Had this sweet triple mox deck. Even Wisconsin. There are other insects in the cube, yeah. Haywire Mite's a common one to hit. I think the clone 2-mana thing is an insect as well. Right, Dinky? It's like that here too. Skipped right past spring this year. Driving around Wisconsin took ages. It depends on if you're going north to south or east to west. East to west, the state's not that large, but it's north to south, it's huge, yeah. I thought this sounded like hardcore until the double bass kicked in, which means it's probably metalcore. But it could just be a hardcore band with double bass. Technical death metal? They don't sound like tech death to me at all. Hey, Marsangelo, thanks for the sub. 3 watch streak, do you get equity? You do, you have all the equity in the world. It's all rock to you. That's how I feel about it. It's all rock and roll. You got some riffs, what? You gonna headbang a bit? You can be CEO, Marsangelo. Nobody's asked to be CEO before. Probably need one. Hey, Moose Plural, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 32 months. This part sounds kind of tech deathy. Can you be CFO? I don't even know what that is, Bim. You can be, sure, whatever. Kudunk wants to be middle management. You can be a management sandwich. If I down tick, I lose the grist, but I think that's fine. Wait, that doesn't work. Yeah, let's ping the token. I know. Well, mistakes were made. Your first act of CEO is mass layoffs. You're sorry, everyone, but the market is taking a turn. Aren't I the only employee? What the fuck? I guess. I have to think of the shareholders. Oh, that's true. I wasn't thinking of the shareholders. I was being selfish. I'll be given a fair severance. What does that mean? I was the worst performing employee. I was the best performing employee. Can you vote to be cucked by private equity? You can vote for whatever you want. Do you want to keep this hand? Of course I don't. Yeah, I guess. Kinda. Moon Shadow getting some nice growth. The long pause there, I was worried about snuff out. The game has ended. All right, cool. That was kind of a sick turn 3. From what I saw on their end, I think Fatal Push is going to be better than Deep Cavern Bat. Oh my god, must have all. Can't believe I laughed at that. I waited too. I was like, is that the end of the sentence? What is this? Probably this Mind Twist might just speed them up, but I guess I'll cast it. Yeah. Your 1-1 is now a 3-3. Enjoy. You're welcome. Oh, does it only get 1-1 counter? 1 or more permanent cards. Gotcha. Green Source off the top would have been sick, because I would have had a 7/7 hasty and curate aim. I should have left the Greaves on the hierarch. Yeah. Hello. The game has ended. All right. Sick. Well, that was a super fast fucking... That was like a brutally fast finals there. I feel like that was